Okay, now that I have toasted the sunflower seeds, they were raw sunflower seeds, obviously. I toasted them, they're not raw now, but you need to kind of toast them a little bit in order to prepare the tea properly, because we're going to make kind of a little, like a nut milk almost, a little kind of latte type flavor to the tea with this. So this is a coffee grinder, yes, but this one is just for herbs. I don't do coffee in this one. You want it ground just lightly like that. And then I'm going to put that into one of my tea bags here. Oh, it smells really nice. Okay, and not super like flour type of a grind. And I didn't put the full amount in there. Oh, it smells really good. Okay, now that's going to go into the water to steep. And I have, for this tea bag, several things that I want to combine. I want to put in some allspice, maybe like 2 or 3. And I am not going to crush those up very much at all. Just a little bit. So just a little, crack those up, and we're going to put that right into the tea bag. And then, I guess I should have used this tea bag. Okay. Oh, smells so good. I wanted kind of a warming, spicy tea blend today. And then I want some star anise. And then I have some licorice tea that's already made. Licorice tea, I must say, is really delicious, but it is not super strong. So be sure if you have a licorice tea that you really let it steep for a good minute. So put the star anise in. Now these are already in a bag. And I'm going to put maybe a little more crushing on that star anise. Okay. And this is for, I make a ½ gallon of herbal tea. If you've watched my channel, you know I make that every day. And so this is for my ½ gallon. So we have the toasted sunflower, 2 licorice, some allspice, and some star anise. This is some cardamom I had in the mortar and pestle. And then we're going to finish that off with the dried nettles. If you hadn't seen when I was drying these, look on my feed and you'll see the nettles. They really were amazingly strong. They were such tough little plants. Woo! Okay. Okay. We'll put in a good dose of those. These have really nice qualities if you have allergy problems, so try some nettles if you are headed into your allergy season. I really think that they help. Okay, so now all of these are going to go into some warm water to steep, and I'm going to put a tea stone over that so these all stay submerged in the water. Okay, this has steeped for quite a while. Hopefully, whoop, I'll steam you up. We are going to remove our tea stones. I got one of the licorice bags. So the herbal teas, like the licorice here, I'm just going to put in. And we'll take out the tea stones. I had so much in there, I needed 2. Now, one of these, this one is the one with the sunflower. The roasted, slightly toasted sunflower. And then this one is the one you can tell, you know, from the feel of the bag. These are warm, but they're not super hot. This one I'm going to pop right in there with, this is filled with water. And then I'm going to pour this sort of concentrated tea in there, which will flavor this whole ½ gallon. And then this one, I'm going to let this cool a little bit, and then I'm going to share with you a really neat way, because we're going to actually use a seed or a nut for our tea. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, now that this is cool, I'm going to move the stones aside. Now that this is cool, I'm going to pour in these little dripples of this wonderful sunflower seed infusion. And this is like a seed extract almost, or a little bit of a milky roundness flavor. You want to squeeze your bag that has whatever sort of seed or nut you use, but you don't want to squeeze it, grind it into, you don't want to do that. Just a little light squeeze to extract all you can, and then that's enough. And what's left you can use for your compost, obviously. You could feed your sourdough starter with this. You could also put it into a smoothie. It has lots of nutrition still left. So don't squeeze the heck out of it, or you're going to get oils out of the nuts that are going to change the flavor of your tea. This is going to give more of a latte kind of feel, a bigger mouth feel of smoothness, and I just can't wait to try this. People have been doing this in Europe, Russia, Japan for years. In fact, that's what the Japanese use barley quite frequently. Roasted and ground, and then make a tea from it. So I'm going to be experimenting with lots of these because my cotton reusable, reversible tea bags work perfectly for that. So I can't wait to hear what you think of the tea that you make with this sort of idea. Here's another one to try is almond rose. I think that would be good. If your rose is a little bit too soapy in flavor, the almond can kind of calm that down a bit, but you can always, my go-to is always throw some extra mulberry leaves in there for kind of a filler, and that smooths everything out, at least does in my opinion.